Hey guys, this is Corey with Custom RV in Amarillo, Texas, and today I have a brand new arrival to show you. This is the 2021 and a half Forest River Surveyor Model 202 RBLE. And man, I'm glad to see this one back in stock. This has been about 8 months since the last one of these we've had, and they look slightly different. Hopefully we'll get a 2022 model in here pretty soon. But this particular camper comes in at 25 feet 1 inch on overall length and is 4,863 pounds unloaded. Some people call that the dry weight. But we're going to do an interior and exterior walk around video tour today and show you some of the cool features and all the ins and the outs of this compact couples travel trailer. Let's go ahead and we'll jump on to the inside and we'll start in the living area. Alright guys, so we're on the inside of this 202 RBLE from Surveyor, and first thing that you'll notice is you have an optional piece of equipment here. This is the TSS instead of the standard dinette. TSS stands for Trifold Sofa Seat, and the cool thing about this will turn into a bed for a couple of guests. You can sleep 2 adults on here. But one of the really neat features on this, well, maybe, there we go. That was a delayed reaction, but you have the incliner feature, which is a kick-out footrest. You also have the removable center console, as you can see there. If you really like this trifold sofa seat, this will be the last one that we get with this. They're moving to a traditional theater seat with the 2022 updates, which I think is kind of cool. I really like this, but I understand that some people just want a traditional theater seat because this is a true couples unit. You can see in the slide out here you have nice windows. The 2 on the sides do open. The middle one does not. It's a panoramic window. And if we look up above the slide out, you'll notice the amber accent light. And man, I tell you, I really like that instead of a blue. I don't think a blue would look very good in here, but I understand why some brands do it. If we look over here right next to the entry door, you'll notice here's your control panel. So you can see right here, you've got your awning, slide out, and some lighting controls. And then right here, you do have a your charge controller for the 80-watt solar panel that comes standard on these, which I think is so cool that they do that. It's really nice to see the solar panels becoming more prevalent in the industry. Now, this isn't the be-all, end-all of solar, but it is a good battery tender. Or if you're just a casual boondocker, meaning you're going to boondock for a night or two, this would be a good option for you. Because it will run your lights, your slide out, your awning, keep the refrigerator cold, run the heater, run the water pump, all that good stuff. Another nice thing is you'll see dual rows of LED lights. One thing a lot of people don't understand, or don't know, I guess I should say, is that lights and windows are very expensive to add in any of these RVs, whether it's a pop-up or it's a Class A diesel pusher. If they have a lot of lights, that costs a lot of money to do. You also notice the Coleman Mach Q Series air conditioner. That is a standard 15,000 BTU air conditioner. And one thing on their AC vents, these are closable and turnable, which is really nice. Vented and louvered is the correct term for that. And then one thing I like being 6'3" is these have a 6'9" interior height, which is pretty cool. That's because they have a 6'9" tall sidewall, and they went away from the vaulted roof, which I know a lot of people really like, but this is going to give you taller cabinets, taller or more room in the shower, more room in the bunks if this was a bunkhouse. It's something that I personally look for in campers that I'm interested in. And you're probably wondering, since this doesn't have a dinette, where am I going to eat my meals at? And the nice thing about this, Surveyor thought of that, and you have a 2 bar stools here with the little elevated bar, which is really neat. It's a perfect place to sit down, relax, eat a meal, things like that. And I just realized this is open just a hair. There we go. You could even do some work here. I really like this. It's a kind of a classic feature. You'll also notice you have really good window coverage on the door side of the unit. So that you've got this big window that opens and then the one over there. All these are going to have the pleated nightshades. And just as I mentioned previously, you do have a nice vent. You could upgrade this to a max air vent if you wanted to. That's probably something I would recommend doing. And then directly across from the TSS, you have the optional 32-inch TV. Now this is on a swing arm mount, so it can kind of face the bed or face the sofa a little better, which is I'm glad that they did that. And then right next to that, in this little corner right here, you're going to have your AM, FM, and Bluetooth stereo system that does have HDMI and USB plugs. So if you wanted to add a DVD player or a Blu-ray player, you could. And personally, what I would do is get some Velcro and or mount it some way to the bottom of this cabinet. That would be a really smart idea since it's right there, and this will connect directly to the TV. If we look down here real quick, you'll notice that you have no heat vents in the floor, so you have cabinet ducted heating right there, and then you can see your two pet bowls, which is it's a really cool feature. I like that. That's kind of cute. And then over here you have an electrical outlet and your propane leak detector. And if we kind of pan up, you'll notice your thermostat for your heat and your air conditioner, as well as just a little mirror to kind of, I'm glad they did something on that wall. And I really like that. Okay guys, let's go ahead and we'll open up all of this storage in the kitchen. I tell you, for a 25-foot trailer, this has a really good kitchen. Tons of storage. You're gonna like this. Let's crack open the storage and take a look. Okay guys, so I've got all the storage opened up, and as you can see here, right off the bat, you have a nice chunk of overhead cabinetry space. One thing that Surveyor does that they've been doing for years is, if you feel back here on any Surveyor, this is a pocket screwed cabinetry. So this is what what we call in the industry a lumber core cabinet. So it is real wood, but it has a sticker wrap. And if we get in a little bit closer, you will notice that is a nice usable cabinet. And I really like what they're doing with their cabinet doors in their kitchens, because you've got the kind of glass look up top with the solid panel underneath. It looks classy. If we come down over here, you'll notice all pressed membrane thermofoil style countertops. You've got household and USB outlets back over here for the bar as well as the kitchen. That would be a perfect spot for a coffee maker, in my opinion. And then if we drop down underneath here, you'll notice you have a nice light and again the window. And then right here, you're going to have 3 full extension plywood box ball bearing drawer guided drawers. This is really cool. This has a adjustable silverware divider. So again, you've got 3 drawers there. If we come over here, you've got a little built-in trash can. It's not the biggest in the world, but it's better than not having one. And as you can see, you have nice divided storage underneath here. I will say, when they first came out with these handles, these are kind of awkward at first, but once you pull them open and closed a couple of times, they really are ergonomic. You're also going to have the Surveyor bottle opener. You're going to have a one-piece farm style sink that is stainless steel with the dual cutting board covers. pro tip, if you flip these over and put your knife marks here, it's going to keep these looking a little better up top, and that's what I recommend doing. And then you have the high-rise faucet there as well. If we come over here, you will notice that you have a microwave and hood range vent combo. You're also going to have a 3-burner Greystone cooktop with the oven down below. And the cool thing about this will spark the oven as well as the burners. And if you've watched my videos before, you notice I talk about that all the time because it is a big deal. It's so much better than the traditional pilot light like they've used in years past. You also notice you have a nice subway tile style backsplash. And then this is really neat. You have a knife block and a utensil holder, which I've seen this before, but I have not seen a utensil holder back there. And that's something that I think a lot of people are going to start copying. As we spin around towards the back of the trailer, you'll notice you have a nice sized pantry, tons of room in there for all of your dry goods, and you have multiple shelves. And I like that it's 3 separate doors instead of one huge door. So many times when you see a pantry, you just get the one giant door, and I don't know, I kind of like the look of that. And then right here you're going to have your 10.7 cubic foot Norcold DC compressor fridge. This is the biggest fridge that is commonly found in a travel trailer now. So the cool thing about this runs off your battery or the solar panel. You can actually use it going down the road, which is a really nice feature, and I think that's something that a lot of people, once these become more prevalent, I think a lot of dealers are going to start telling people that you're really not supposed to run the gas electric fridges going down the road. But for some reason, from what I've heard, not a lot of dealers are telling their customers that. You have your individual fridge and freezer controls, a dedicated on-off button, and then this little button here that looks like a moon. This will quiet the compressor down for, I believe, 10 hours. So at night, you can turn that mode on whenever you're not going to get into the fridge, and it'll keep the compressor running a lot quieter so you can actually sleep. Not that they're that loud, but I know it does bother some people. Okay guys, that's going to wrap it up for the kitchen area. Let's go ahead and we'll jump back to the bathroom. And I tell you, pound for pound, Surveyor has one of the best bathrooms I have ever seen. It is so good. And they use it across the board. It's something that I think a lot of people are really going to like. Let's go take a look. Okay guys, so stepping into the bathroom, you have a nice swing door to go in here. Right in here, you'll notice you have a nice medicine cabinet. Notice the little toothbrush holders. That's something I haven't ever seen anybody do before, quite like this. I know Rockwood does one that's mounted to the wall, but I don't know, I kind of like this a little better. It gives you a little more countertop space. And in case you're wondering, you do have a mirror. I've also not seen a whole lot of people doing a bathroom backsplash, which is, again, I haven't seen a lot of other competing brands do that. You've got pressed membrane thermal foil style countertops, a nice big sink that you can actually fit adult hands into, a GFI protected outlet. You're also going to have your water heater on electric, as well as your water pump and your water heater on propane switches right there. Again, GFI protected outlet. Porcelain foot flush lever toilet, and they went ahead and mounted this resort style toilet paper holder, which I kind of like, and that's really a good placement, I think. Good storage underneath the vanity area, and you can see that you have a little trash can. That is removable, so if you want to take that off, you can, but I wouldn't. I'd leave it on there if it were my trailer. You're also going to have a 30 by 36 inch shower. Plenty of room in there. Notice, and I challenge you, next time you go onto an RV lot, take a bottle of soap with you. Set it on the corner corner pieces here. Surveyors can actually fit a bottle of shampoo or a bottle of soap. Not a lot of people, or I say people, not a lot of competing brands use these big corner shelves. They're using the smaller ones. And that's something that I personally really like. You're also going to have the skylight up top. You can be upwards of 6'5" and still shower in here comfortably. And then you've got the slow close shower curtain, which is a really neat feature. You're also going to have a towel hook area, and then they give you this neat little Surveyor branded laundry bag, which is, you know, just a nice little touch. If we look up top, you do have a power vent fan, and then over here you do have some pretty decent linen closet space. Now, there are no doors on here. I know some people have mentioned that before, but I don't think you really need it. Besides, if you did the doors, you couldn't have this because you couldn't open the door. And I would much rather have the towel rack myself. So alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for the bathroom. Let's go ahead now and we will jump forward and take a look at the master bedroom. Let's go take a look. We'll see what you think. Alright guys, so well, while this isn't a private master bedroom, it still is a master bedroom, and it still is a really good option for a lot of couples. So first thing you'll notice, this is a 60 by 80 True Queen. So the benefit there, a lot of their competition is using a 74-inch queen or a 74-inch king. Now, I get it, some people do want the king bed, but there's only one brand that I know of that is using an 80-inch king in a travel trailer. Typically, it's a 74-inch king. But the benefit of having the 60 by 80 is any queen-size mattress will fit it. And then you taller folks, your feet won't hang off the bed. Now, I get it. Not everybody sleeps like a 2x4, but I think a lot of people will like the size of this bed since it is residential, and you can actually get a good mattress for it. On each side of the bed, if we start at the bottom, you're going to have household and USB outlets. You're going to have a his and hers drawer, so for your socks, underwear, whatever. And then you're also going to have a pretty nice sized hanging closet. And that's one thing Surveyor does really well is their hanging closets. They're taller than everybody else's for some reason. I don't know how they do it, but they have, I think, the best bedroom on the market in a bumper pull. You also notice that you do have some good cubbyhole storage. Now, that is one difference between a Legend and a Grand, is these are open, whereas the Grands have the doors. You're also going to have the front windshield, which is a nice feature. It lets in a lot of natural light. And then back here, let's see if I can do this one-handed. So you have this cup holder here, and I've never really done a good job showing it, but you're also going to have an extra shelf up here for some books and things. You're also going to have, like I said, a cup holder. And then this is really cool because this, well, maybe, basically, the way this works, let's see if I can do it this way. Man, that is a tight fit. But anyways, you can run your cords down here, and there's an electrical outlet underneath this. That probably just needs to be filed down just a hair. But that's one of the things about being a no hidden fee dealership is we can take care of that for you. But where I was going with that is there's an electrical outlet in here. So if you have a CPAP machine, or if you want to have an alarm clock, a glass of water, or just your cell phone charging by your bed, you actually have a spot up here by the headboard where it makes a lot more sense than out in front of the wardrobes to be able to do that, which is something that a lot of people are looking for, and not a lot of brands have done a good job with. There also is storage under the bed. I don't want to forget that. But with that being said, that is going to wrap it up for the interior of the 2021.5 Surveyor Legend Model 202 RBLE. Since we're done with the interior, we'll go ahead and step outside and we will give you another quick tour of the outside and show you all the cool features, and we'll see what you think. We'll see you back on the outside right about now. Okay guys, so we're on the outside of the 2021.5 Surveyor Model 202 RBLE. So as you can see right here, you have a nice fiberglass exterior. You can see the front windshield like we talked about in the master bedroom. You're gonna have a power tongue jack, and I don't want to forget this, but you have a neat safety chain holder slash pet tether slash utility clip. I really like that, and that's kind of a good placement for it actually. Two 20-pound propane tanks, and you're also going to notice that you have a 7-way plug holder, rails for your battery, and a handy battery disconnect. That way you can kill all 12-volt power to the unit, and that's really a good feature considering that you've got the 12-volt compressor fridge. Coming around this side, this is the other side of your pass-through storage. You also will notice you have 4 corner stabilizer jacks. They are manual, and these are not leveling jacks. These are stabilizing jacks only. So if you want to level your trailer left to right, you'll need to put some boards or leveling blocks or something underneath the trailer. You'll also notice that you do have a 6-gallon gas and electric water heater with direct spark ignition. This is the Dometic water heater. And then right here you'll see that you have your fresh water inlet. So if you're going to do any dry camping, that's where you'll fill your fresh tank. If we drop down underneath, you'll notice this is a fully enclosed and heated underbelly. And something I forgot to mention on the furnace on the inside is this does have a direct vent from the furnace that pumps heat into the underbelly. If we back up, we'll give you a nice look at the exterior here. Your slide out is prepped for Solera slide awning toppers if you wanted to add one. I don't recommend doing that, but you can if you want to. If we come back over here, you'll notice here is your termination area. And notice how tucked up it is. That's one thing a lot of trailers do, is they put them real close to the ground. You can also see that you have, this is a dual axle, good looking steel wheels. They look like aluminum wheels, but they are steel wheels. And then back here you're going to have your 30 amp service, city water connection, cable and satellite hookups, and your black tank flush. So what the black tank flush will do for you is it will clean out the inside of your toilet tank. Coming around onto the rear, this will have a spare tire cover. We just have it removed currently. A lot of the drivers actually take them off, but you can see your spare tire, your square tubular bumper for your stinky slinky. You're also going to have a ladder. I'm not sure if that's going to keep being a feature or not. There's been a lot of litigation against the RV manufacturers for putting ladders on these things, so it may or may not have a ladder in the future. And you can see you have all LED tail and marker lights and a backup camera prep port. Coming around onto this side, you can see that you do have a power awning. It does have LED lights in them. I just can't have them turned on right now. Long story, but anyways, you're also going to have a amber porch light, 2 outside speakers, a larger entry assist handle that does have a friction hinge door, and you do have the 2nd generation MORryde step above step that will flip up inside the door. You've got adjustable feet, and they have the quick release pins, which is really nice. And this is also going to have, it's kind of hard to see, but back in there is a step light to illuminate this Surveyor logo, and this is a wider top step. Also, you will notice you're going to have a freshwater spray port right here. So as you can see right there, that is for your outside kitchen, which I'll talk about here in just a minute. And that just came off in my hands. Let's see if I can well, I will put that back here in just a minute. But you do have cable and satellite hookups, and then you're going to have an outside kitchen. Now, I just have this slid out. I don't have the griddle or the sink set up, but there is a sink that will go in here for that spray port. You're also going to have a griddle that will set right here. And then lastly, you do have a mini fridge, which is a pretty neat feature for the for being a couples unit. You don't normally get a couples unit with an outside kitchen this small. And the cool thing with the Surveyor product is every one of their trailers has an outside kitchen. It doesn't matter if it's their smallest one or their biggest one, it will have an outside kitchen. Surveyor is also an aluminum framed product, so every door, window opening, pass-through storage, anything that mounts to the outside in the wall is going to have an aluminum frame for it to screw into. They call that cage construction, and it really helps keep the trailer lasting a lot longer. And then also another thing that'll keep this lasting longer is the Azdel composite panel. The cool thing with the Azdel is it is a waterproof, mold-proof, and mildew-proof composite panel that replaces the Luan in the lamination process. Apparently I can't talk today. Anyways, it also has double the insulation value of wood. It has a sound dampening quality. It doesn't off-gas the formaldehyde like the Luan does. And it's lighter weight, which is a big plus in my book. Lastly, coming around over here, you do have your pass-through storage. So this does have magnetic holdbacks. Now your main baggage door is going to be a slam latch. Your other one is going to be a twist lock. But if we get down in here, here's that Suburban Elite Series griddle that comes with the trailer. You can also notice you have an aluminum bed base, which is a really nice feature. A lot of people have requested this over the years. It just is a little bit stronger than the wood that they were using. Right here, you're gonna have a motion sensor light. It is on because it kind of, well, basically it sensed me. And then right here, this is a 3/4 inch bit for your stabilizer jacks. So the cool thing with this, you can hook it up to your favorite 18 volt or 24 volt or 12 volt drill or cordless drill and run your stabilizer jacks. Now the thing you want to do is you want to run that on low speed, because if you run these things too fast, it will bend the big screw in there, and you do not want to use an impact because it'll do the same exact thing. All right guys, that's going to wrap it up for the 2021.5 Surveyor Legend Model 202 RBLE. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you would like any questions, or if you have any questions, or if you would like pricing and availability, I'll post a link down in the description to our website. You can also leave any questions down in the comment section down below. You can also give me a call at 806-335-2336, or you can send me an email at contact@custom-rv.com. Real quick, if you enjoyed this video and you found it informative, if you could do me a favor and hit that like button down below, and also please consider subscribing. We really appreciate all of you subscribers and customers that have watched our videos. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to us as a company. It's really helped us grow and expand just out, from our little small family-owned dealership in Amarillo. We've been really expanding into other states, and people have been traveling several hours to come by from us. But anyways, with that being said, we thank you very much for watching. Remember, at Custom RV, we don't do any hidden dealer fees, and you don't have to make an appointment to come view any of our great selection of RVs. And remember, we know that RVs are made for women, so men can go camping. All right, guys, thank you again so much for watching, and we'll talk to you again very soon.